convene to executive session to discuss some personnel matters. Can I have a motion to convene into executive session? First, Scott. Anyone else? People in favor? Okay, we'll be back at 7:30. Thank you. All right, good evening, everybody. Today's Monday, June 16, 2025. Today's the regular meeting of the Board of Education. We opened the meeting already. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you guys weren't here. I apologize. We opened the meeting already at 6:30 for our exec session, so there's no need to open the meeting again. We can move right into our first order of business, which is pledge allegiance. Great, packed house tonight. Great. Thank you all for coming. That was a lot of exciting stuff to celebrate tonight. We're really excited to get to that. So, I know first up is comments on the board. Given how much we have to know, I would probably should just skip it. How you guys doing that? We'll play as how to speak, so we'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so before I talk about tenure and retirement, I just want to say that as I sit here tonight, it is my final meeting as superintendent of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District, and I find myself filled with gratitude. First, to the members of the board, thank you. Your leadership, commitment to our students, to our staff, and our community, and support for our shared vision has made it possible for the district to move forward in meaningful ways. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together, from strengthening our academic programs, to investing in our facilities, extracurricular, and student supports. Tonight is also the final meeting for two outstanding trustees, Perez Deer and Laura Benke. I want to offer a special thanks to both of them for your advocacy, your insight, and genuine care you've shown for the students of Tuckahoe. You brought heart to your work, and your presence will be missed. Thank you for your service. To our incredible teachers and staff, and I always have said that's where the rubber hits the road, that's where everything happens, and that's where my heart has always been. I hope to go back to that. You are, as my heart, you are the heart of the district. Your passion, creativity, and resilience make a difference every day. The work the teachers and staff do in the classrooms, with our students, and so many of our workers are CSCA members and staff often does so much work behind the scenes and go above and beyond, and this shapes the lives of our students in lasting ways. To Robin Dunn, who is my administrative assistant, thank you for being my right hand, my gatekeeper, and often my compass. Your reassuring presence and ability to juggle the impossible made this role not only doable but enjoyable. Then to Faith Sparks, thank you for your steady leadership and deep dedication to the financial health and operational strength of our schools. I absolutely could not have done this without you. I would have spent a lot of money, and she really keeps me because I want to get you everything. Your work ensured, though, even though I would have spent it all, but you also ensured that strategic priorities were not just ideas, but realities. To our administrators, thank you for your partnership, your persistence, and your vibrant work that you also put in every day. You also have to believe in what is possible. I value our collaboration and your deep commitment to our students and staff. And to the PTA and parent community, your energy and advocacy have kept our schools vibrant. Thank you for partnering with us, pushing us, and always putting students first. And to our students, some might be here tonight, so one tonight, thank you for inspiring me every single day. Your talents, questions, and dreams are the reason we all do this work. You are Tuckahoe's greatest achievement. I will leave this role proud of the progress we've made and hopeful for what lies ahead. Tuckahoe really is a special place, one that thrives because of the people who care so deeply about its success. Thank you for the opportunity to serve this community. It has been a true honor. Thank you.
So I have some words to say as well, but I think we maybe more tonight.
Yeah, let's do tenures first. So I am going to go run the tenures, and I'll tell you how we're going to do it. So what we're going to do tonight for tenure is I will tell you about what tenure is. The principals will come up and talk about each staff member. We will hold our applause as staff members come to take their pictures and get their gifts. And then we will confer each staff member separately, and at the end we'll have applause for all of them too. Okay? Got it?
So you have to speak about them one by one.
Let's just wrap them one by one, not me.
That's which works well, is after they speak about that person. On that?
Would you like to do it that way? That's the way we will definitely do it like that. Okay, that's the way Robin said we always did it. I just wanted to switch it up, but it is my last meeting. No, you're president. Okay, so first of all, before we start, I want to say that one of the greatest honors as educators and leaders is the opportunity to recognize excellence. Tonight, we celebrate a professional milestone that speaks not just to time served, but to impact made, the recommendation for tenure. Tenure is not given lightly in this district. It's earned through years of consistent dedication, deep instructional skills, and resolute belief in the potential of every student. It is earned in classrooms where teachers adapt, reflect, connect, and inspire. It is earned in moments where students are challenged, supported, and ultimately empowered to grow because of the educators in front of them. The teachers we recommend for tenure this evening have demonstrated not only professional competence, but professional character. They have embraced feedback, collaborated with colleagues, and committed themselves fully to the mission of the Tuckahoe School. They brought learning to life, created safe and engaging classrooms, and built relationships with students that extended far beyond the curriculum. Their work has touched families, strengthened our community, and upheld the values that make Tuckahoe such a special place. To each of our tenure recipients, congratulations. This is a proud moment for you, and is also a proud moment for us. We are better because you chose to make Tuckahoe your professional home. I know your best years are still ahead, and our students will be the ones who benefit most. Thank you for your excellence you bring to the district. Tonight, we celebrate you. And I am going to ask Principal Morash to come up now. And John, if you could follow you have the schedule in front of you? Okay.
All right. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent, colleagues, families, and guests. Tonight we're going to start with an amazing teacher who has actually already received tenure. It is my absolute pleasure and privilege to stand before you this evening to speak on behalf of a truly extraordinary educator, Ms. Kristen Clokey, as she is formally recommended for, actually she has already received, tenure as a special education teacher here in the Tuckahoe Union Free School District. Ms. Clokey joined our school community in 2020 as a leave replacement in our ABA grades 3 through 5 program. From her very first day, she has been nothing short of exceptional. Her dedication to her students, our highest needs learners, goes far beyond what is expected. Kristen has a unique gift. She meets every child exactly where they are and brings them forward with compassion, purpose, and deep instructional expertise. Each of her students has an individualized education plan with distinct academic, behavioral, and social goals. Kristen's ability to support these students holistically, meeting not just their educational needs, but also nurturing their confidence and sense of belonging, is remarkable. Just as impressive is the calm, well-structured, and joyful classroom environment she has built. Families consistently praise the care and support their children receive in her room. Ms. Clokey leads not just her students, but her entire classroom team with skill and intention. She ensures that her teaching assistants and aides are trained, prepared, and empowered to meet student needs with consistency and care. The level of coordination, professionalism, and warmth in her classroom is the direct result of her high standards and her strong leadership. But Kristen's impact extends far beyond room number 3. She has facilitated professional development for staff during extended day sessions, sharing practical strategies to help colleagues respond to students' behaviors with empathy and effectiveness. Her sessions are grounded in experience, delivered with clarity, and always leave others feeling more confident and capable. She was also instrumental in organizing our Unity Festival, an event that celebrates the fact that all students and adults learn and behave differently. Kristen brought that vision to life, helping to build an event that honored diversity, fostered inclusion, and brought our school community together in the most meaningful way. I remember observing one of Kristen's lessons last year, and it was nothing short of inspiring. From morning songs that got students singing and smiling to a highly focused math lesson filled with affirmations, skill building, and expert pacing. Her instruction was engaging, responsive, and deeply rooted in student success. Kristen Clokey is the kind of teacher who makes everyone around her better. She uplifts her students, empowers her colleagues, and elevates the entire school community through her work. She always goes above and beyond. She is a role model to others and an inspiration to all of us who have the privilege of working alongside her. It is with great pride and full confidence that I wholeheartedly congratulate Ms. Clokey on her tenure. She has already made a lasting difference in the lives of so many, and I know that the best is yet to come. Congratulations.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure upon Christy Clokey as teacher of special education in special education tenure area of the Tuckahoe Unified School District, effective August 31st, 2024. Motion? Laura, second. Scott, all in favor? Congratulations.
Next, it is with great enthusiasm that I formally recommend Ms. Claire Connolly for tenure at this evening in the Tuckahoe Union Free School District. Ms. Connolly's journey with Kyle began in 2014 as a student teacher, and her return to us as a full-time educator was one of the best decisions our school community could have made. Since that time, she has taught both second and fourth grades, and in every role, she has brought a level of passion, warmth, and creativity that has left a lasting impact on her students and colleagues alike. Currently, Ms. Connolly teaches fourth grade ELA and social studies, and she does so with remarkable energy and enthusiasm. If you've ever stepped into her classroom, you know it's a vibrant place filled with animated storytelling, personal connections, and the kind of joy that makes learning come alive. She often weaves in her own experience to make content relatable, like the time that she shared with students what it's like to help guide one of those massive balloons in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. These moments captivate her students and help them connect classroom learning to the world beyond the school walls. Claire is a teacher who embraces innovation while staying grounded in school instructional practice. After being trained in the Linda Moodbell visualizing and verbalizing program, she immediately incorporated those techniques into her instruction. Her students have benefited tremendously from her ability to differentiate and scaffold instruction, particularly those who learn differently. She's always looked for ways to grow as an educator and, more importantly, ways to make her students grow. Beyond the walls of her classroom, Ms. Connolly is a deeply engaged member of our school community. She leads our student government and the STEAM Lego Club. She's an active member of the PAWS Committee and serves as a teacher representative at PTA meetings. She also co-leads the Sunshine Club in the building. bringing joy, support, and a strong sense of community to our staff. And this year, she took her talents to the stage, serving as the assistant director of our school's theater production of Mary Poppins. Her commitment to this production went far beyond logistics. She brought scenes to life with energy, coached students with care and encouragement, and infused rehearsals with positivity and structure. Watching our students light up under her guidance was truly one of the highlights of the year. Claire Connolly is more than just a teacher. She's a role model, a leader, and an inspiration. She goes above and beyond in everything she does. It is with full confidence that I recommend Ms. Claire Connolly for tenure. Her presence at Connell has made our school a better place, and I'm excited to see the continued impact she will have on our students, staff, and families for many years to come. Congratulations.
Resolved, the Board of Education, at the recommendation of Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure upon Claire Connolly as an elementary teacher in the elementary tenure area of the Tuckahoe Unified School District, effective September 1, 2025. Do I have a motion? Chris, second. Allison, all in favor? Congratulations.
All right, next, it is with great pride and the highest level of confidence that I speak tonight in support of Ms. Marcella Lavista, who is being officially recommended for tenure. Ms. Lavista has been an integral part of the William E. Connell School for the past 4 years. In that time, she has consistently demonstrated what it means to be an exceptional educator, one who brings skill, compassion, and a relentless commitment to student growth in everything she does. From the very beginning of her tenure as a teacher and interventionist, Ms. Lavista has made an extraordinary impact on her students and staff. She is a true all-star. Her depth of knowledge in both reading and math intervention is remarkable. She is trained and well-versed in a wide range of specialized programs, foundations, Wilson Reading Systems, and Linda Bell, just to name a few. She understands that no two learners are the same and ensures that every student receiving Tier 2 or Tier 3 support is matched with the most effective, individualized approach. Marcella is not only a highly skilled practitioner, she is a master collaborator. She works with every classroom teacher across all grade levels to align intervention strategies with classroom instruction. Her professionalism in meetings is nothing short of exemplary. Whether she's participating in data discussions, IST meetings, or instructional planning sessions, she brings insight, poise, and thoughtful contributions to the table. One of Marcella's greatest strengths is how she partners with families. She has a gift for breaking down data and clearly explaining where a student is in their academic journey. She takes the time, however much is needed, to ensure that parents and guardians feel informed, reassured, and supported. The level of communication builds trust and strengthens the homeschool connection, which is vital to student success. She has also played a critical role in refining our multi-tiered systems of support, helping to develop a structure that is proactive, data-driven, and deeply responsive to the needs of our learners. Her leadership has been foundational in building systems that work, not only in theory, but in practice, every day, for every student. Beyond academics, Ms. Lavista contributes greatly to the heart of our school. She helped build our PAUSE program from the ground up and continues to be a driving force behind its success. She's also served as a PTA liaison, bringing warmth and professionalism to every collaboration. Ms. Lavista is the kind of educator every school hopes to have, one who is smart, kind, steady, and driven by what's best for students. She inspires our colleagues, elevates our programs, and brings out the very best in the children she works with every day. It is an honor to work alongside her, and it is with my full and enthusiastic support that I recommend Ms. Marcella Lavista for tenure. We are a better school because she is part of our team, and I know she will continue to make a lasting difference for years to come.
Vista as elementary teacher in the elementary training area at Tuckahoe Union School District effective September 1, 2025. A motion? Motion, second word? All in favor?
Next, it is with great pride and heartfelt appreciation that I speak tonight in support of one of our own, Ms. Maria Maris, as she is formally recommended for tenure as a teaching assistant in Tuckahoe. Ms. Maris is not only a valued member of our staff, but also a proud graduate of Tuckahoe High School. To have someone return to serve the very community that helped shape her is a story that speaks volumes about her heart, her commitment, and her deep-rooted belief in giving back. And she does so every single day with quiet strength, professionalism, and unwavering dedication. She began her journey with us in 2018, supporting some of our highest needs students as a one-to-one aide. From the very beginning, it was clear she had something special. In 2021, she earned her teacher assistant certification, and with it, stepped into a key role in one of our 12-1-2 special education classrooms. Since then, she has been a constant in that room, a calming presence, a trusted partner, and an unwavering advocate for every student. She holds a bachelor's degree in psychology from Mercy University and is currently pursuing her master's in the TESOL, a testament to her commitment to lifelong learning and growth. But even more impressive than her academic credentials is how she brings her knowledge to life in the classroom. Whether supporting academic instruction, helping students regulate emotions, or managing complex behavioral and IEP goals, she does so with poise, patience, and purpose. She's the kind of teammate every educator hopes to work alongside. If the lead teacher is out, she steps in without hesitation and leads the classroom with the same care, structure, and compassion. She is the glue that helps hold that room together. Some others look for the guidance and support that she provides. She has become a rock in the program and truly an inspiration to fellow teaching assistants, aides, and teachers alike. And it does not stop there. When we needed extra help behind the scenes for our school's Mary Poppins production this year, she jumped right in because that's just who Maria is. Whether it's assisting a colleague, helping a student during a tough moment, or simply stepping in when someone needs to get something done, she's always ready, willing, and able. She puts others before herself time and time again. She is the perfect example of a model teaching assistant, thoughtful, dependable, kind, and always going the extra mile to make sure our school is a better place. Her impact on our students, especially our most vulnerable learners, is profound, and her presence in our building makes Cottle stronger in every way. It is with full confidence and deep gratitude that I recommend Ms. Maria Maris for tenure. She is an asset to our school, our district, and the entire Tuckahoe community.
Resolved, the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, confirm tenure upon Maria Maris as teaching assistant in the teaching assistant tenure area at the Tuckahoe Union School District effective September 1, 2025. Do I have a motion? Sarah, second. Thompson. All in favor? Congratulations.
Next, it is with great pleasure and immense pride that I speak to you tonight on behalf of Ms. Rachel Silver, who is being formally recommended for tenure as an elementary school counselor in Tuckahoe. Since the moment Ms. Silver joined our school community, she has brought compassion, intelligence, professionalism, and a deep understanding of what it means to care for the whole child. She is a trusted partner, a leader, and an essential force behind so many of the positive things happening in our building each and every day. Rachel is not just a counselor. She is a pillar of support for our students, families, teachers, and the administrative team. She is the calm voice in the room during a crisis, the thoughtful listener when a child just needs to talk, and the skilled collaborator during meetings where important student decisions are made. Her experience and expertise are invaluable, and she is always ready to lend a hand. Whether it's leading an SEL lesson, jumping in to help with a family situation, or serving as a sounding board for staff members navigating a tough moment. Her Rethink SEL lessons are a highlight of every month. They are interactive, engaging, and developmentally attuned. And perhaps most importantly, they help our students feel safe, understood, and empowered. They know they can talk to Ms. Silver about anything, and they do. Her office has truly become a safe haven for our students. Rachel has had a particularly powerful impact on the multi-tiered systems of support. As a core member of the instructional support team, she brings insight, clarity, and purpose to every meeting. She understands how to look at the whole picture of a student, academically, socially, emotionally, and works tirelessly to make sure the right supports are in place. Her collaboration with teachers and staff is seamless, and her ability to communicate clearly and compassionately with families sets a gold standard. She also took on a leadership role on the district's equity team, where she helps guide conversations and practices to ensure that every student and family feels welcome, respected, and represented. And I'd be remiss not to mention her partnership with the administrative team. Her judgment is sound, her professionalism unwavering, and her heart is always in the right place. Ms. Silver embodies everything we hope for in a school counselor. She is knowledgeable, dependable, and deeply caring. But more than that, she is a source of strength and comfort for our students, a trusted teammate for our teachers and staff, and a deeply respected voice in our school community. It is my great honor to recommend Ms. Rachel Silver for tenure. We are incredibly lucky to have her at Cottle, and I look forward to many years of the positive impact that she brings to our school every day.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure upon Rachel Silver as guidance counselor in the school counseling and guidance tenure area at the Tuckahoe Union Free School District, effective August 30th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Congratulations.
All right. Next, it is my great honor and sincere pleasure to stand before you tonight in support of Ms. Susan Thomas Hatcher, who is being formally recommended for tenure in Tuckahoe. Over the past 3 years, Ms. Hatcher has brought an extraordinary level of dedication, insight, and instructional excellence to our 4th grade team and to the William E. College School as a whole. Her impact has been profound on students, on families, and on the professional culture of our building. Ms. Hatcher currently teaches ELA and Social Studies in our 4th grade partial departmental model, and she also is teaching the integrated co-teach cohort, and she does so with a level of intentionality and care that is unparalleled. She designs lessons that are rigorous, engaging, and personalized, always considering the individual needs of each student in her room. She doesn't just deliver content, she challenges her students to think deeply, and more importantly, to explain their thinking. She gives them the confidence to use their voice and the skills to back it up with evidence and purpose. Her classroom is a place where students feel seen, supported, and expected to grow. It's warm and welcoming with high expectations and built on relationships grounded in mutual respect. The environment she creates helps her students thrive both academically and socially. Ms. Hatcher is also a gifted communicator. She collaborates seamlessly with her colleagues, shares ideas and resources generously, and contributes to team discussions with clarity and perspective. When working with families, she communicates with both warmth and precision, helping them truly understand where their child is, where they're going, and how they'll get there together. Beyond the classroom, Susan has left a lasting mark on our curriculum and district-wide initiatives. She has taken a leadership role on the district equity team. Alongside her colleagues, she has led the charge in completely reimagining and rewriting our fourth grade ELA and social studies curriculum. This is no small task, and the result is a more inclusive, more relevant, and more engaging learning experience for our students. Ms. Hatcher makes learning come alive through real-world connections. Whether it's weaving in cultural events, personal stories, or diverse cultural perspectives, she helps her students see themselves and their world in the curriculum. Her teaching is meaningful, timely, and deeply impactful. And she does all of this with grace, professionalism, and purpose. She's always there to help. She is the last to leave when something needs to be done, and the person you want on your team. No matter the challenge ahead, we are incredibly fortunate to call her a colleague. Ms. Susan Thomas Hatcher is, without question, a standout educator, someone whose presence lifts the entire school community. Her students flourish under her care, her colleagues respect and admire her, and her contributions to COTL have been nothing short of exceptional. It is with great pride and complete confidence that I recommend Ms. Susan Thomas Hatcher for tenure. We are so very fortunate to have her at COTL, and I cannot wait to see the continued impact that she has for years to come. Thank you.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure upon Susan Thomas Hatcher as elementary teacher and elementary tenure area at the Tuckahoe Union Free School District effective August 30th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Yes. Second? Not all in favor.
Thank you very much, and now we will have the principal of the middle school high school come up, Mr. Ryman Arthur, to confer tenure.
Good evening, Board President Casson, Board Trustees, Superintendent Goodman, colleagues, guests. It is my pleasure to present 4 colleagues for tenure tonight. Lewis Cooper. It is a great pleasure to recommend Lewis Cooper for tenure, Tuckahoe Middle High School. Since joining the faculty, Mr. Cooper has made a transformative impact on our STEM and computer science program through visionary curriculum and development, innovative instruction, and a deep commitment to student-centered learning. Mr. Cooper has designed and taught a diverse range of courses aligned with New York State standards, including AP Computer Science and Engineering, Video Production, Game Development, and STEM. He has introduced new offerings such as Engineering 1 and Engineering 2. And we recently accepted into the College Board AP Cybersecurity Pilot, showcasing his leadership in advancing computer science education. His classroom is a hub of authentic project-based learning, where students engage in hands-on experience like designing self-driven cars, laser-cut instruments, 3D printing coins. He integrates LATIC, a universal design for learning principles, ensuring lessons are scaffolded, differentiated, and inclusive of all learners, including the announced students and students with disabilities. Mr. Cooper's instruction is both informative, innovative, and industry-related, leveraging tools such as Adobe Creative Suite, AutoCAD, Python, Blend, and 3D printers. His assessments emphasizes creativity, critical thinking, authentic, and systems thinking, as well as student-driven projects. As a reflective practitioner, Mr. Cooper uses data and feedback to refine his practice, balance informative and summative assessments for promoting continuous growth. Mr. Cooper's curriculum leadership and technological expertise focuses on student support, making him a vital asset to the school community. I strongly recommend Mr. Cooper for tenure.
Mr. Cooper was not able to be here tonight, so
Okay, we'll do that. Resolve the Board of Education at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools for tenure upon Lewis Cooper as technology teacher in the industrial arts tenure area at the Tuckahoe Free School District effective September 1, 2025. Give a motion.
Brady Mitchell. It is with great enthusiasm that I can recommend Ms. Rodina Mitchell for tenure at Tuckahoe Middle High School. Since joining the district in March 2020, Ms. Mitchell has demonstrated flexibility and a dedication by successfully teaching a wide range of science courses across both the high school and middle school levels, including Regents Living Environment, Forensics, and 8th grade science. Ms. Mitchell consistently delivers high-quality, increase-based instruction aligned with New York State science learning standards. The student-centered approach forces critical thinking, scientific inquiry, and academic risk-taking. Our classroom is inclusive, supportive, and intellectually stimulating, promoting high expectations and meaningful engagement for all learners. She's certified in both biology 7 to 12 and students with disabilities 7 to 12. Ms. Mitchell brings special education lens to the teaching, ensuring accessibility and success for a wide range of students. Her lessons are well-structured, thoughtfully scaffolded, and tailored to support students' growth. Beyond the classroom, Ms. Mitchell is a valued contributor to our school community. She has served as a co-advisor for multiple high school classes and engaged trade lines, coached modified track and field, and participates in ongoing LADIC professional development. Her recent involvement in the scientific investigation workshop further reflects her commitment to continuous improvement and instructional excellence. A reflective practitioner and a positive presence in our learning community, Ms. Mitchell exemplifies the professionalism, care, and instructional strength that aligns with the mission of the Tuckahoe School District. It's with my pleasure to recommend Ms. Mitchell for tenure.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, confer tenure upon Radine Mitchell as biology teacher in the science tenure area at the Tuckahoe Free School District effective September 1, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Phil Tregley. I am pleased to represent Mr. Phil Tregley for tenure as a school counselor at Tuckahoe High School. Since joining our school committee in 2021, Mr. Tregley has been instrumental in enhancing the counseling program and expanding student support services through student-centered approach, collaboration, and a data-informed approach. Working closely with colleagues, Mr. Tregley has led several key initiatives focused on college access, academic planning, career exploration, and parent engagement. He co-coordinated the summer college workshop and college essay workshop, organized college visit, hosted University of Michigan representatives, and brought in Fordham University to conduct staff development focused on helping our teachers improve writing recommendation letters. His efforts have strengthened our school culture and post-secondary readiness. Mr. Tregley has broadened career exploration opportunities by co-leading a Boston College overnight trip where we took junior seniors to visit 3 schools in the Boston area, coordinating the Healthy Science Tour at Harvard University, and establishing a partnership with Washington Community College to expose students to certification pathways. He uses students and parent surveys, data to refine programming, and ensuring services meet evolving needs. Within the school, Mr. Tregley has contributed significantly to the development of our master schedule and our course catalog update, working very closely with Dr. Keel, myself, and the middle school high school administrative team. He has presented at major events such as the 8th grade, 9th grade Parent Informational Night and the 12th grade College Informational Meeting. In addition to his counseling duties, Mr. Tuckahoe has enriched school life through athletics, serving as an assistant varsity coach for football, head varsity baseball coach, and basketball coach. His leadership has guided teams to multiple championships, including a state final appearance, and earned him the League Coach of the Year honor in 2022 and 2024. Mr. Tuckahoe is a compassionate and effective counselor, mentor, and leader whose positive impact is felt across our academics, extracurricular, and community domains. I strongly recommend Mr. Tuckahoe for tenure.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure on Philip Tuckahoe as guidance counselor in the school counseling and guidance tenure area at the Tuckahoe Unified School District effective September 1, 2025. Do I have a motion? Yes. All in favor? Congratulations.
Again, it's been a pleasure to recommend Nicole Whalen for tenure as a special education teacher at Tuckahoe Middle School. Ms. Whalen is a compassionate, highly skilled educator whose practice is rooted in high expectation, individualized planning, and a steadfast commitment to student success. Ms. Whalen brings extensive experience across the K-8 general and special education setting and currently leads a 12-1-1 self-contained classroom with students in grades 6 through 8. Her instruction is aligned with New York State learning standards and tailored to meet the diverse academic and developmental needs of her students. Grounded in universal design for learning, she integrates data, IEP goals, and evidence-based practices to deliver engaging and accessible instruction. A Wilson-certified reading instructor, Ms. Whalen has completed a rigorous year-long practicum and demonstrated deep expertise in the science of reading, implementing strategies that build unique awareness, fluency, reading comprehension, and vocabulary. Her lessons incorporate reading mastery transformation, connecting math concepts, and writing strategies from the writing revolution. She uses formative assessments early to adapt instruction responsibly and effectively. Ms. Whalen also prioritizes the social and emotional well-being of her students. She begins each day with a morning meeting and a mindful activities, fostering a classroom environment rooted in empathy, respect, and self-regulation. Her students thrive in a space where they feel safe, valued, and secure. Beyond the classroom, Ms. Whalen contributes meaningfully to our school community. As a co-advisor to the middle school GL, she helps coordinate events, trips, community service projects. She also supports student activities and courses, including athletic events and autism speak walk. Her strong homeschool partnership and regular communication with families further reflects her holistic approach to student support. A collaborative colleague and reflective practitioner, Ms. Whalen brings dedication, professionalism, and warmth for all aspects of her role. I strongly recommend Ms. Whalen for tenure. Her exceptional instructional practice and unwavering commitment to student growth makes her a valuable member of our community.
Resolved that the Board of Education, at the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, confer tenure on Nicole Whalen as teacher in special education in the special education tenure area in the Tuckahoe Unified School District effective August 30th, 2025. Do I have a motion? All in favor? Congratulations.
So tonight, on our regular personnel agenda, we also have a retiree that's retiring tonight. So I would also like that we could talk about her.
Absolutely.
Maria Valente is retiring tonight, And before the principal shares more, I want to take a moment to acknowledge what it means to retire from a career in education. I certainly know what that means, and we so appreciate your dedication, and especially one as impactful as Maria did. Maria has spent her career helping students find their voice, quite literally, as they've learned English and found their place in the community. Her work has opened doors, built confidence, and changed lives. Maria, thank you for your dedication, your care, and the quiet strength you brought to the district. We wish you all the best in this next chapter because you've earned it. And Mr. Arthur, are you coming up to speak about her? Oh, here's your other superintendent, stage left. Christina.
Yeah, I'm running to say great things about Miss Wednesday because it's an honor to be up here to recognize what a treat Tuckahoe has had for the last 12 years. It's been an absolute pleasure working alongside and learning from Ms. Valente. The work of an E&L teacher is unique and complex. It's possible students can arrive in their high school years with just a few short years to complete their education and receive their diploma. And the American promise of opportunity through education is only made real when those students are met with someone as dedicated and compassionate as Ms. Valente. For over 12 years, Ms. Valente has made education accessible to students for whom English is not their first language. I've seen her welcome students with open arms, even when the circumstances that brought them to her were challenging and arduous. She's been a friendly, reassuring presence, guiding students through crowded hallways, helping them master critical academic and social language, and building bridges between them and the broader community. I've always admired how Ms. Valente seamlessly takes on so many roles: teacher, guidance counselor, social worker, and language acquisition specialist. Her students speak a wide range of languages. She can't be expected to speak them all: Japanese, Arabic, Russian, even indigenous languages. And while she, again, can't be fluent in them all, the language she speaks so well is good teaching, and she speaks it more fluently than most. She works behind the scenes, often without the credit she deserves, supporting students in their journey toward a diploma and helping teachers find meaningful ways to engage multilingual learners. Ms. Valente stays at the forefront of curriculum and instructional research, implementing innovative strategies, such as the Bridges program and the Escape Room project that we are scaling up district-wide next year. She's an anchor of both our high school and district community. She's a pillar of her family as well. We've all been inspired by her ability to multitask, her attention to detail, and most importantly, the warmth and care she brings to absolutely everything she does. Her family is no doubt thrilled to have more time with her. I've seen firsthand the difference she has made in the lives of our students and staff. I am inspired by her example. I know our school is a better place because of her. I wish her nothing but the very best in her next chapter.
I just want to say that there are also two CSEA members that are retiring. First of all, Anna Nunez, I don't think she's here tonight. Anna, I didn't even see you. So I can speak out about, how are you doing? It's been a while. So she retired last year. She was not able to come, but this year we wanted to make sure that we celebrate her. Working in the special education office, we know it's very difficult, and we know that she had her mind on every single thing she did. She's just wonderful to students, to parents, to the community at large, and we really do appreciate all the work that you've done, and we wish you all the best in everything going forward. And again, you've been with us, and you will be missed. You made your mark. Thank you. So if you would like to come up.
Congratulations.
I also want to, we have a very recent retirement, Mr. Joe Abrams, who is retiring for reasons that we all know why, or else he would still be here, right? His heart is in Tuckahoe. He grew up in Tuckahoe. He has given so much to the school. And I say he's a security monitor, but he's so much more than that. He always, if there's something to be done in the school or something happening in the school district, Joel is there. He has really given his heart and soul to the district, and we appreciate him. And, you know, he stayed last year, he stayed the next 3 years, and kept on staying. And this year, he's giving back to the community even more by sitting on our Board of Education. So he's very loved by parents, teachers and staff, and students. And we really appreciate all the work you have done for the district. If you would like to come up and say something too, I would welcome that. Again, you know, all the clubs that he has, you know, especially with the senior class and the junior class and the junior class and the senior class, every year I know I can count on you for being there, and it's going to be big shoes to fill for the next person who's going to take on some of those things. So we really appreciate it. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Just very quickly, Anna, Wonderful, we appreciate you. You've touched so many of our children's lives in so many ways, and you have given them something that is so special, and that's called kindness. So thank you for all that you've done for our children since 2008, I believe. So thank you. Joe. Your hands are involved in everything, every aspect of our community. But more importantly, your love for our children, seeing how our children see you as their grandfather, father figure, right, the advisor to give students, those are the things that are not in your job description that you do each and every day, right? Giving them the advice, listening to them when other people will not. These are things that I know I have observed in you throughout. Your compassion for our children and our faculty. I remember we had a faculty member who was going through some major challenges that was quite frightening. You were a safe space where she could come to you and get that advice and that guidance, the reassurance, even making sure walking out to the parking lot to make sure she arrived to our car safely. So we thank you for being a rock, for not only our students, but our faculty and our learning community. So thank you for all that you do. Best of luck in your next endeavors.
I just want to say he does this so much, I had to remind him that he had to resign, right? Yeah.
Can't let the night go by without saying a few words about Dr. Goodman. He's leaving us after the end of the month, and I just need to talk through it. I thought it prepared, but I'm going to try and shorten it down because it's been a long night so far. We haven't been together yet, though. We haven't even started yet, so. Yeah. Well, we definitely need to acknowledge the impressive tenure of our outgoing superintendent, Dr. Goodman. When Dr. Goodman arrived and joined us in the end of 2019, none of us could have predicted the unprecedented challenges that lay just around the corner after she came on board. Yet through it all, her leadership has been a steady hand, guiding our district through a period of significant multifaceted growth. And growth really what I want to key in on, because look, no district's perfect. We still have a lot more work to do to get better in certain areas, but no one can argue how much we've grown and improved during the time that you've been here. That's not disputable at all. That growth began in the face of a global crisis. We forget about it because it seems like a long time ago now, but it was right when you started, and the COVID-19 pandemic hit. Dr. Goodman's foresight was nothing short of extraordinary. Although we were one of the very first schools to close, we were patient zeros right in Nourishell, who were the first schools to close. Because of her meticulous planning and foresight, we were prepared to transition to remote learning from day one. a stark contrast to the many other districts who struggled to adapt, even though we had more time to prepare. Our leadership didn't stop there. She navigated the complexities and health guidelines with a singular focus, which was to get our kids back into the classroom safely and as soon as possible. And we did that, thanks to her. But the growth in Dr. Gibbons' leadership extended far beyond navigating that crisis. She expertly steered us through the completion of our first capital improvement project that was underway. I was finishing up when you came in, and then 2 more capital projects that we went through during her time here. And thanks to her oversight, we now have a beautifully renovated cafeteria and field, state-of-the-art middle school, high school cafeteria, and this room here, the library, that will serve our students for decades to come. This physical transformation was mirrored by our district's financial growth and stability during her time. Under Dr. Goodman's prudent fiscal management, every single budget and capital bond presented to this community passed with flying colors, with ease. That says a lot about their confidence in their leadership. We've not only maintained a healthy reserve, but we've also wisely established new reserves in recent years, like the capital and repair reserve funds, to secure our district's future. And remarkably, she's achieved this while staying, often most years, under the tax cap levy, providing some measure of relief to our taxpayers, which is notable. Perhaps most importantly, though, we have seen exponential growth in the opportunities available to our students during her time. Programmatically, her vision has led to a significant expansion of our sports, clubs, APs, and a richer variety of electives offered. Our program, and in particular our strings and theater program, have become probably the best in the state. I think they're one of the best in the state for sure. And it's also clear, one thing that goes unnoticed in the time that Dr. Goodman has been here, our school spirit has gotten better. We see more school spirit and attendance in our after-school events, and I think that's notable. And her commitment to holistic education is also reflected in the growth of our academic quality. Dr. Goodman championed initiatives to meet our needs of all our learners, bringing in Orton Gillingham, expanding our Wilson reading systems, revamping our RTI, Response Intervention Program, and she encouraged contemporary teaching and learning through methodologies like LATIC and fostering a new focus on professional learning for our faculty. More recently, her leadership has spurred significant enhancements to our guidance department, expanding its support for the often daunting college search and application process. The results of this comprehensive growth speak for themselves. Our district reputation has steadily climbed during her time. We are now consistently recognized as among the top 100 schools in New York State by U.S. News and World Report. That wasn't the case before. And we can continue to ascend in Westchester Magazine's rankings as one of the best high schools in the Westchester area. Of course, this level of success doesn't happen in a vacuum. Amy, your collaboration with the board has been excellent. You consistently worked with us, took our input in shaping our vision, dealing with all our craziness and all our wacky ideas. You fostered positive relationships with all the board members, treating everyone fairly and respectfully and proactively resolving conflicts. You also kept us well informed with data, with the weekly capsules, and all the other things that you do to keep us informed and help us make effective, timely decisions. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, I want to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering dedication and exceptional leadership. On a personal note, I want to thank for the absolute pleasure for me working alongside you for the last 5 years. I truly value not just our professional partnership, but the friendship that has grown from our shared commitment to the district. Your calm demeanor, insightful advice, and willingness to listen have made our collaborative relationship incredibly strong and productive. I personally enjoyed our many discussions, both formal and informal, and deeply appreciate your unwavering dedication and support. It's rare to find such a strong professional bond that is also rooted in genuine camaraderie. You have left an invaluable mark on the district, one that will be felt for generations, for sure. On behalf of the community, which we all represent, and on behalf of the Board of Education, we thank you and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Come on up, come on up. Let me do one more thing. I know this is going on a long time. I can very, very fast. We also have to acknowledge our 2 outgoing board members. So everything I just said, as I'm prepared to, I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to go off the cuff because it's going long. But everything I just said about what happened during Dr. Goodman's time, obviously is a credit to her. But during that exact time period, Perez and Laura Banky were also on the board for that entire time. Almost mirror your tenure almost exactly. So everything I just said could be credited to them as well. Amazing board members. For me, it's been great because I didn't really know the two of you before we were on the board together, and now I have two tremendous friends that I'll cherish forever. Really, I mean that sincerely. You guys are awesome. You guys are phenomenal board members. Extremely strong women, very smart, very thoughtful. You think everything through, and you care tremendously, and it shows every single time. And I know it's more than 9 hours to us. Joyce and I have a running joke because she was thinking about running for the board, and she was contemplating. She called me and said, "How much commitment is it really?" I'm like, "It's about 9 hours a month." And now she always tells me 9 hours. Yeah, 9 hours, right? Sure. But yeah, exactly. But honestly, you guys have been tremendous board members and tremendous friends, and thank you for your, on behalf of the community, thank you for your service, 6 long years of $0 income, commitment and volunteerism. You guys have done it and did it well. You have 2 things to do as well.
No slides. I just wanted to take a moment to thank Dr. Goodman for her incredible leadership and dedication and years of service to our district. It has been an absolute honor to work alongside her. I've learned so much from the way she leads with integrity, strength, and above all, heart. She has the biggest heart ever. What has always stood out to me is how deeply she cares for each and every student. That kind of compassion can't be taught, and it's left a lasting impact on the entire school community. I'll really miss working with her, but I'm grateful for the time that we've had and everything that she's given the district, and I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Thank you for everything. And to Laura and Therese, it's just been a pleasure and an honor working under your leadership. You've dedicated countless hours of volunteering your time, and you often have to navigate very challenging decisions, and your mark has been left on the district, and it's very positive, and thank you. And the entire board, it's been a great year, so thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Just a little bit of PTA news before I get into all of my thank yous. I just want to let everyone know we voted on our new executive board for the coming year about a month ago, and so we are welcoming in a lot of new executive board members, very exciting, a lot of younger families coming on. About 2 weeks ago, we honored one of our longtime PTA executive board members, Lisa Gherkin. We presented her with the Lifetime Achievement Award on June 5th, and it was such a great gathering of current EB members, incoming board members, and all of the veterans, including Lisa, as well as a couple of the women who presented the award to her, Karen Kelly and Allison McCormick, who both gave heartfelt and absolutely hilarious remarks, just talking about all the war stories of PTA, which, those stories remain just for inside for anybody who is curious. Maybe I'll tell you sometime. But it was just a really great night, and I do want to say congratulations again to Lisa Gherkin, and also to our other parents of graduating seniors who have served for years on the PTA and don't have other kids who are coming up through the system. So
We're sort of saying goodbye to them, although I keep saying we know their numbers and we know that they will always support us. But Caroline Ainello, Tracy Devitt, Bess Silvestri, and Susan Mealy. I know, Laura, you obviously were in the PCA for many years too, so I want to acknowledge you for all of that service. I want to just mention also actually an important bit of kind of business. This is separate from our PTA, but we'll be working very closely with our PTA. A group of parents led by Alex Campana is spearheading the formation of a SEPTA, a Special Education PTA, which is a separate entity, a separate 501c3, and the New York State PTA led an information session last Thursday night for people who were interested, and I'm really happy to report that there was such a strong show of interest. There were about 50 people on this Zoom, so the group did decide that they will move forward and take next steps to establish a SEPTA. And as I mentioned, the PTA is absolutely supportive of this. Alex and I are talking all the time already about how can the PTA support them as they establish this, all as a joint effort to benefit all of our children in special education and also their families, to support the families who need just need support and somebody to talk to and lean on as they navigate the experience. I'm really happy about that. So I'm not going to give other little bits and pieces. We can talk about that in the future, but I do want to congratulate all the tenured teachers. Some of my children have had you as teachers, so I'm really excited for all of you, and it's just fantastic to see you all being brought into the community even further. I do also want to thank retirees. I think on the agenda is a donation from the PTA on behalf of for our retirees. So that will be accepted in a few minutes, but I wanted to show we made a little, you can't leave Tuckahoe without a little bit of swag. School's out forever. So this one is. Let's see, I just want to make sure, so we have teachers, retirees, and of course, last and not at all least, Dr. Goodman, just for all of your service and for the past year, just working with you has been so amazing. You are so supportive of the PCA. We couldn't do what we do without your support, and we are going to miss you so much. We have a little something in the works for you. It wasn't quite ready for tonight, but you have your hands are full with your flowers and things, so we'll get you something at a later date. But again, I just did want to say thank you so much and wish you the best of luck.
One last announcement I wanted to make, and just quickly acknowledge another thing that's on the personnel recommendations. We do vote on that all along, so I wanted to point out and recognize because it's very important, is that we did hire, and we're going to appoint tonight a new special education director. Mrs. Ed Joyce is here. She made it through a pretty grueling competitive process to become our next special ed director, and that's obviously a very important position, so we're excited to have you come on board. She comes with a wealth of experience, did a phenomenal job in the application process, and we're really excited to have her. And I think she's going to bring great things to Tuckahoe, so we're really excited. One of you want to say anything? I'll put you on the spot. You have to. Good. Yeah, we're happy to have you. Yeah, thank you. All right, now I got some boring business to do. So we have a bit of an agenda. It's not too bad, actually.
I love cake after seeing you.
Cake after if you want to. I won't be insulted if you leave over the agenda, but if you want to steal the cake, that's worth it. It's not too long of an agenda. But as always, before we start our agenda, we do our first recognition in the audience. If anyone has anything they want to say about agenda items only, I'll offer that opportunity if anyone wants to speak about the agenda. All right. And first up is our consent agenda. We resolve the Board of Education approve consent agenda items 2 through 8. Can I have a motion? Laura, second. Yes, all in favor? Alright, business of the board. Accept the election results. We actually haven't officially done yet, so we'll do that now. Resolve the Board of Education accept the results of the May 20th, 2025 annual budget vote and trustee election. Budget, yes, 808, no 237. Reserve, yes 833, no 204. Trustee election, Louise Campana, 649 votes. Joel Abram, 570 votes. Steph Barron, 558 votes. Do I have a motion? Travis, second. Allison, all in favor? Next, the first reading of policy 6380, travel event reimbursement. This is, I'm not going to read the policy, you can read it on the board docs, but this is our first acknowledgement of this. We'll read it 2 more times and then vote on it. But basically, the district revises its travel and expense reimbursement policy to align with current standards and ensure compliance. New York placements will now follow the U.S. General Services Administration, GSA, per diem rates based on the travel location. Sales tax on meals consumed during authorized business travel is reimbursable in accordance with New York State OSC opinion PD-163. Gratuities are reimbursable up to 18%. Meals that are already included in conference registration fee will not be reimbursed, and no reimbursement will be provided for snacks or other items purchased outside of designated meal allowance. These changes were reviewed and discussed with the Audit and Finance Committee, so that's what's changing in that policy. Okay, nothing to do here, we'll just read it again next time. Also, another first reading of policy 8113, extreme heat condition days. New York State law now requires all public schools to have an excessive heat policy to protect students and staff from unsafe indoor temperatures. Schools must monitor classroom temperatures and take action when they reach 82 degrees Fahrenheit, including relocating students if the temperature reaches 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This law ensures the schools are prepared to respond to extreme heat and maintain safe learning environments. That policy is going to address that. It does address that. And then we have a second reading of policy 2245, ex-officio student board member. So this is something that was new in the governor's budget, requiring that now all school districts have a student representative on the board, which we think is great. So, that's per that bill. The law requires school districts and BOCES to designate at least one ex-officio school member on the school board. This bill repeals the section of the education law that currently calls for student districts to submit a referendum to voters to determine whether the school district should have an ex-officio student member. The law will take place July 1, 2025. So we have now have a policy in place for that. So we will be sitting on the board. They will be voting members, and they won't be allowed an executive session, but they will be part of the board, be able to bring their student perspective to the board, which is great. All right, and then we'll have to read that one more time, and then we'll vote on it. So next up, approve a contract amendment. Resolve that the Board of Education hereby approves the amendment to the contract of Dr. Amy Goodman dated June 2nd, 2025, clarifying terms and conditions previously authorized by the board and authorizing the board president to execute said addendum. Have a motion? Yes, second. Scott, any discussion on this? We all saw that. We know what it is. It's just a clarification of our contract, okay? All in favor? Accept the donation. Whereas the Tuckahoe School District has been informed of a donation to be made to the district from the Tuckahoe PTA, whereas this district would like to accept the donation from the Tuckahoe PTA to support Tuckahoe Middle School 2024-2025 field trip in the amount of $2,200. Do you have a motion? Travis, second. Any discussion on this? Thank you very much to the PTA. It continues to donate to us every week. Often multiple times. Multiple times every month. Multiple times. All in favor? Approve budget transfers. Resolve the Board of Education approves the attached budget transfers. Have a motion? Travis, second. Laura, all in favor? Approve insurance coverage. Resolve to approve the policy with Tribe Insurance to provide student accident insurance coverage for the period beginning July 1, 2025 and ending July 1, 2027 in the amount of $15,747. Motion. Policy. Discussion on this? Approve an intermunicipal agreement. Resolve the Board of Education approve the intermunicipal agreement with the town of Eastchester for street resurfacing and repairs of asphalt concrete for the 2025-2026 school year. Have a motion? Right, second. Allison, any discussion on this? Pretty straightforward. All in favor? Approve a fund balance resolution. Resolved that the Tuckahoe School District retain an amount not to exceed $1,760,894 of the 2024-2025 year-end fund balance of an unappropriated fund balance in 2025-2026. Appropriate $1,663,909 of the 2024-2025 year-ending fund balance to reduce taxes in the 2025-2026 budget. Appropriate $110,000 from the ERS reserve to pay the 2025-2026 employer retirement contributions. Increase the tax service reserve fund by an amount not to exceed $325,000 plus interest earnings. Increase the employee benefit accrued liability reserve fund by an amount not to exceed $12,500 plus interest earnings. Increase the retirement contributions reserve fund ERS by an amount not to exceed $200,000 plus interest earnings. Increase the retirement contributions reserve subfund TRS by an amount not to exceed $100,000 plus plus interest earnings. Increase the insurance reserve by $150,000 and use any remaining funds to increase the district's 2020 capital reserve. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second? All right. So this is basically just moving over the year, moving money from one fund to the other.
Allocating our anticipated fund balance.
Right. These are all things you projected to do when you put forward to do during the budget.
Yes, and it was reviewed with the finance committee. They're not to exceed amounts right now. Once the books are closed and we're done with the audit, they'll be final, and we'll have our final result report.
All in favor? Approve a fund balance transfer. Results of Tuckahoe Unified School District approve a transfer not to exceed $3,300 from the employee benefit accrued liability reserve and increase budget code A2110130020100 in the amount not to exceed $3,300 for the purpose of paying accrued benefits. Motion? Second. Allison, all in favor? Resolution authorizing piggybacking. Resolved that in accordance with the provision of the General Municipal Law, the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Unified School District hereby authorizes the district to enter into a contract for general building maintenance involving new construction, renovation, and demolition with the new Contracting and Restoration Incorporated, subject to and through cooperative purchasing pursuant to the Bay Shore Union Free School District contract and the unit pricing and terms set forth therein, on the basis that the award of the contract by Bay Shore Union Free School District to the new Contracting and Restoration Incorporated was made to the lowest responsible bidder and promotes the public interest, taking into consideration the reliability of the bidder, the quality of the labor, materials, equipment, or supplies to be furnished in conformity with the bid documents, and because such an award ensures the prudent and economical use of public monies in the best interest of the district taxpayers, facilitates the acquisition of goods and services at maximum quality at the lowest possible cost under the circumstances and guards against favoritism, depravities, extravagance, fraud, and corruption. This award is subject to the submission of all required documents by the Renew Contracting and Restoration Incorporated to the district, and the execution of the contract or purchase order by the new contract restoration is appropriate in the form approved by the district superintendent of schools or the district's business manager. Do I have a motion? All in favor? All right, approve a transportation services agreement. Resolved that the Board of Education approves salary toward LLC for transportation services to the girls varsity softball team for the state championship event at the amount not to exceed $4,500 for this school. Do I have a motion? Allison, any comment on this? I know, congrats to the girls. They went very far. They came up a little bit short, but they got right to the end. So congratulations to them. Great job. Good job, well done. All in favor? Approve a change order. Whereas proposed change order number 1 dated June 13, 2025 has been presented to the Board of Education in connection with the school district's capital project in Tuckahoe Municipal High School for hull construction and restoration, to remove and dispose of all additional contamination debris within the tunnel to the ACN dumpster, and to remove and dispose of all contaminated standing water within the tunnel project, citing in exchange for an increase in whole space contract amount by $56,638 and 34. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Education authorizes and approves the school district to enter into the change order and authorizes the school district superintendent of schools to execute the change order and such further documents as may be necessary to effectuate the change order. Any discussion on this? Anything to say about that?
So, we are gearing up for our 2023, the second phase of our 2023 bond order. That includes replacing pipes in our tunnel. There is asbestos in the tunnel. We will be starting abatement at the middle high school as soon as school lets out. There is more asbestos-containing materials than anticipated in the tunnel, including groundwater that has to be treated. So it's more than was in our bid specs and more than we had access to see originally. So this is a change order because it has to be removed and treated.
Okay, and that brings us to our personnel recommendations. Tenure and personnel recommendations and result of the Board of Education approves personnel recommendations A through R. Do I have a motion? Second, Allison. Any discussion on this? This obviously includes the things we already addressed. All in favor? All right, and that brings us to our last recognition of the audience. Anyone who wants to speak to the board about anything at all? Go ahead, Mark.
I do prefer a little something. So I just wanted to thank you, Pete. President Pete. Wow, it's been some journey. Woo! Thank you for that, for the plaque and everything. And really, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. It's been a really great 6 years, and I am honored to have been a board member with all of you folks and all that came before and those that will come after. It is really a wonderful experience to be part of behind the scenes. Sometimes it's you have to make decisions and it sometimes can be hard, but I want to start by saying I never go on steroids and I never need it. Dr. Goodman, thank you so much for really 6 years. And as Pete said, I'm not going to repeat it because I have some things here, but I just want to elaborate a little bit so that the Westchester, everybody looks at that and they go buy a house and they look to see where we're ranked. And I think when we came onto the board, I was like, we were 32 out of 49 schools, and now we're 16. So, I mean, it really is, and it's not just that data point, but it really goes to, bringing that spirit to our school and the spirit of caring. So thank you for that too, and always with a smile, always a reassuring attitude, and you taught me a lot, and I thank you for that. And I just want to say that there's a lot of change happening in our district, and I think that it can be a little unsettling, but I really think that we are going to have more and more progress. We're going to have the momentum's just going to keep going, and sometimes people will feel nervous about change, and they want to hold on, or they want to go back to the past. But I really feel like we have great families, and we have a great district of teachers and administrators, and we're just going to keep that momentum going. So best of luck to all the incoming and to the students and faculty here. And I also just want to leave with three points. One is from a book that I read before I was on the board. It's called The Smartest Kids in the World, and they compare countries like Finland that are number one, and we're down here, and why, so they took kids and they kind of put them in they swap them out. And one of the things that they came up with was these schools were always looking at data, right? The schools in Finland and South Korea. So one of the things is that without data, you're just another person with an opinion. So I encourage, my first point is just go for the data, look at the data. Doesn't tell you everything, but it's going to tell you progress. And as a board member, those are things that we try to always kind of go back to. But there's still progress, as Pete said, to be made. We've made a lot of progress, but again, go back to that data and keep it going. Second is community engagement. This district is phenomenal and wonderful. I would encourage parent involvement, and they make all the difference. And that was the other thing from this book. When families show up, when they speak up, when they stay involved, that's what makes the district from good to great. So I encourage all families, please stay in touch. Please, I'll be watching too. Do one more year. I'm going to come up to the podium. And you can't talk back to me. and that we can't. Doesn't looks like we're trying not to. We can't. And the third is our rigorous teacher selection. That's the other thing that these schools had. They had this rigorous training and retention, and that, thankfully for us, we have a lot of really talented faculty here and staff. So congratulations to all you tenured teachers. We are ranked top 10 in Westchester for our teachers and our practices and stuff. So I hope we continue that. And as a board, we're proud of that. So thank you for everything that you've done for our students, teachers. Congratulations again. And thank you for all the opportunity to serve this community. It's been an honor. As really best of luck to the incoming superintendent and to the new board members. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to just say a couple of quick things. Number one, Laura's only on the board because of me. It's your fault. Yeah, I take full responsibility. I want to thank everybody for the opportunity also to serve. The number one most important job of a board trustee, I think people really have ideas of what board members do, but we're really up here, and it's everybody who shows up here to work every day who's really doing all of the work and bringing our district from 32 to 16 and hopefully, into the single digits in years to come. But the most important thing we do is pick a superintendent. It's our number one job. I think we picked a great one. It's an arduous process also and very time consuming. It is 100% more than 9 hours, even in a week, never mind a month. But I want to thank you, of course, Dr. Goodman, for your service. I too have learned a tremendous amount from you about organization, about leadership, and like Laura did say, it's hard sitting on that side of the table. You learn a lot about school districts and public schools and how they run and how they're different, and then just the opportunity to collaborate with people you may not have has been a wonderful experience. I also want to wish everybody who's leaving the best of luck on your next chapters, and everybody who comes on, that they continue the momentum. So thank you. And Pete, of course.
This is not me as PTA president, this is Sue Warnes as parents, just sort of representing a lot of other parents. The news of Mr. Arthur's departure is pretty recent, so I know that the whole process may not be in place, but is there any light that you could potentially shed for parents who are curious about, the process over the summer for finding his replacement? So the job has a position, and we wish Mr. Arthur all the best in his next chapter. We appreciate everything that he's done for the district. The position has been posted, and our new superintendent, who's here tonight, here he is. He's running that process because we feel that that's really important, that the people who are here are part of the process. So for the principal position in particular, how many applications did we get? Over 60. And we've had very qualified applicants too, so principals and assistant principals, sometimes teachers are trying to jump up there. They may not count in that at that point for principal, but we do have some good candidates, so we're feeling very positive about that. That's great to hear, but I also just want to say, Mr. Arthur, you've been amazing support to the PCA, and we just really love, I'll speak on behalf of so many parents that I've spoken with, just all that you've brought to the district in a short time. It's been incredible, so thank you. Anybody else? Together, you just say it together. Oh, that's what you want.
Oh, motion to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, there you go.
Do I have a motion for us? I second that. All right, adios, amigos.
All in favor? All right, thank you, everybody.